And we're talking about UFC 319. Who do I predict in the main event? I'm going to get straight to it.
Come with me, and you'll be in the world of your imagination. Take a look, and you see into your imagination.
Yo, what up? It's Bo Magic, and we're talking about UFC 319. Who do I predict in the main event? I'm going to get straight to it because we all know that you guys don't give a fuck about any of the fights before that. Let's be real. 90% of people care about the main event, which is Khamzat Chimaev versus DDP, Dricus Duplessis. Who am I predicting? I'm going to get right into it and just hit you with it. I predict Khamzat will win. And I've been predicting that Khamzat will be a champion for a long fucking time. I have screenshots where I predicted it. Why do I think Khamzat will beat DDP? Simple, because Khamzat is a once-in-a-lifetime type of grappler. This is not just a wrestler. This guy has insane pace in the first couple of rounds. And I know people keep saying, oh, he gasses out though. What about, when he fought Usman? What about when he fought Gilbert? Okay. Against Usman, he really didn't look gassed out to me. I thought he dominated Usman for the most part. Usman had his moments. And also in the Gilbert fight, yeah, that was a rough fight for Khamzat, and he did get tired. But part of that is probably the weight cut. And, look, everybody has fights where you don't look perfect and you look human. John Jones has had fights like that. George St. Pierre, Anderson Silva, and the list goes on. Everybody, the biggest GOATs, greatest of all time, they all had it. The only one who hasn't was Khabib, and that's because he quit while he was ahead. Everybody else kept fighting. Even John Jones was looking a little bit slower, in his last fights. He didn't look like the John Jones of old. And I know he went up to heavyweight. I get it. But you guys get my point. Father Time is undefeated, and it beats everybody. But the point is, this guy, Khamzat, has pretty much flawless performances across the board, except for like one or two fights. Okay, let's talk about DDP. People say, oh, DDP's striking is sloppy. His striking is not sloppy. Okay, he obviously has good striking because he's fucking people up with his striking. I mean, he beat Sean Strickland twice, and Sean is one of the best boxers in the UFC and has some of the best striking in the UFC. And DDP beat him. I think a big reason why DDP beat Sean is because he's got more tools. He can kick, he can punch, he's got relentless pace. He's not the cleanest striker out there. I can attest from watching him, he's just not the cleanest, but it doesn't matter. It gets the fucking job done. Now, do I think that he would beat somebody who has clean, crisp, technical striking? Honestly, no, I don't. And I don't think that a lot of people in the UFC have good striking, or what I consider good striking. And Khamzat has good striking. He has good boxing. He can also kick. He's not like a specialized kicker, but who gives a shit? At the end of the day, boxing is more important for MMA, in my opinion. I've watched a lot of fights. I've been watching UFC since I was probably like 16, 17. But yeah, Khamzat has solid boxing, and he has knocked people down. Okay, TKO'd him in the past. There's a fight where he threw this wild uppercut and caught a guy. And there was that other fight. I forget who he was fighting. It was one of his first fights that I ever saw. He threw a straight right hand, knocked the dude down. Maybe he knocked him out. I can't really remember. I'd have to rewatch that fight. But either way, Khamzat is a beast. DDP is a beast. This is an incredible fight. I mean, DDP could absolutely win. He absolutely could, especially past the third round. If you're betting live, you'd probably want to lean on DDP. But yeah, MMA is unpredictable. But at the end of the day, I gotta pick somebody. So if you put a gun to my fucking head, I'm picking Khamzat Chimaev. Because this guy's wrestling is just clearly a different level. I mean, we have not seen many dudes that could grapple like this, especially at this weight class. I've never seen it. We've seen Khabib, you know, we've seen Merab, we've seen these smaller guys do shit like this. We've never seen somebody at this size and this weight do this type of grappling and wrestling. So if you're going to put money on it, and I am putting money on Khamzat, I say put it on the wrestling, the grappling, and the boxing of Khamzat. Can DDP win? Absolutely. So if you're going to bet money, you just got to know, hey, in a fight, anybody can win. This shit is a matter of inches. You move this much the wrong way and you get slept. And that's the reality of fighting. In conclusion, these are the two baddest motherfuckers at middleweight. DDP is badass. Khamzat is badass. This fight is going to be off the fucking chain. And I predict Khamzat to win. Okay, probably by submission or TKO on the ground. But who knows, man? Fights are fucking crazy. That's my prediction. Khamzat Chimaev, a once-in-a-lifetime grappler and the new middleweight champion. I'm Bo Magic and I'm out.